granddaughter comes over. Two elderly people um, live on both sides. Both are about to pass or move, either way. And so it's the granddaughter comes over yesterday, knocks on the door, and says, "Oh, hey, I just want to let you know that my grandparents are gonna have to take their fence down in the back. They got a notice because the wind blew down the back part of the fence, and they got a 10-day notice. They have to do something to fix it. So they're just gonna take it down because they're elderly and they don't have a dog or nothing, so they ain't gonna put it back up." And I'm like, "Oh,
Okay.
okay. What's that got to do with me?" And they're like, "Well, because that side that's connected to there's a like a side part that my yard has a fence and a gate, but it only connects to their part, the side, and then it goes all the way back, and then I have a fence that connects to the to close my backyard." And
Mm.
I'm like, they're like, she was like, "I don't know if it's gonna that side will stay up if they take the back part down." And I'm like, "What?"
Mm.
So now I got to get a fucking fence. I
Mm.
call and have somebody come over and fucking get the quotes on this shit. These motherfuckers talking about, well, it could be $3,000. It could be.
Right. That's why I'm getting the estimate, right? I mean, what?
So I got another guy coming. I'm like, I might as well do it myself. But in the meantime, I can't just have nothing not there and have Anakin in the backyard. This motherfucker be all over the neighborhood,
Yeah.
and then people
Yeah.
be scared and shit. And they're already fucking. This neighborhood is stupid. I should have never
Yeah.
fucking moved here.
My whole backyard is other people's fences. None of it's mine, and they don't take care of it. So, I mean, it's pretty much me taking care of all of their fucking fences.
Well, see, I was
It
thinking about
pisses
putting
me
up
off. Like, I keep forgetting every time there's supposed to be a hurricane over here that I need, because on the left side over here, this dude, the whole post is just completely rotted out. And for like 2 years, I've had his fence standing up with, I drove metal stakes in the ground. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So
that's how it is over
I
my
just need
side
to
over here.
take them out, and a little wind will just blow it over, but I'm like, Jesus, they never do anything around here. I'm like, man, I've replaced like, I don't know, hundreds of pickets. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, y'all don't never do fucking anything. Jesus, it's just broken. I'm always fixing it, mending it. It's not even mine.
I was thinking about just getting some chicken wire and some steaks and putting it up, you know, and hopefully that's enough, or like a tarp or something, just to deter Anakin from going over there. But that's like one of his favorite areas to be taking a shit in too. I don't know why, but it's
Oh
right
yeah,
by that fence line. Of course, I knew it would be like that. I'm like, man, god damn it, man, fucking. But either way, the neighbor, this HOA neighborhood, bringing the story around, the HOA, when it's shit like that, they're quick to be giving you a 10-day notice on some shit. But if I send something to you that I have a concern about, it's like nothing,
yeah, yeah.
unless it's like a
Wait, so they can just take the fence down and not put it back up, and that's fine?
yeah.
I don't understand. But they're like, oh, you can't have a fence that's like something's wrong with it, but you don't have to have a fence either. I don't understand that.
Yeah, they don't have to have a fence, but
Huh.
it has to be upright, I guess. Which is, I'm just like, I get that part because of it's a HOA neighborhood. They want it to look, you know, I mean, but it's in the backyard. I'm like, how'd y'all find out? Who the fuck said something?
You know,
Now it does look pretty bad because I went back there, and then now the other side, the side that's on my side, is kind of leaning. So I was like, maybe I felt like getting a stake and telling them, look, if you just don't take this side down, I'll maintain this part just to keep it up until I can figure out something to do.
yeah.
You
Mm.
know, but
Like I said, I see both sides because I don't have an HOA, and these motherfuckers. Nobody, you can't get anybody to even mow their fucking lawn here. It's
what? Oh,
ridiculous,
look, let me tell you what. If you don't mow
dude.
your lawn
The
over
the
here,
the dude across the
trouble.
street, he has weeds that are as big as a Christmas tree now. Just like, I'm like, Jesus, dude. It's ridiculous.
Look,
People will come over to my house and be like, "What's up with your neighbors, man?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it's ridiculous, because
well,
my
that's
yard
how.
is fucking perfect, basically."
Mhm.
And people are always like, "Oh, I want to roll around in your grass and shit and all this shit," and then yeah, they be rolling around and shit. They look across the street at any of the neighbors really around here, but especially the one right across the street, dude. It's insane.
The one thing I love
Insane.
about a HOA is that they make other people it's like you shame people who don't follow the order. So like me, that's how I found out the dude next door to me was about to, well, not about to die, but has cancer and
Yep.
is in serious, DEFCON 5 situation, cancer. He's got lymphoma and it's like everywhere. I
Mm.
didn't even recognize the dude. But yeah, because it used to be a competition. I'd get out and mow my yard, and then here he'd come mow his. Because he's like, yeah, I just went. He even told me he was like, yeah, it looks better that way when both our yards like are matching level or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, whatever, man. I'm just mowing it. I don't mind. I like to manicure the yard. But oh god. But then there's like and then he, of course, here come another couple dudes like, oh yeah, that dude over there, he doesn't mow his yard at all. What? Who cares? You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, I don't give a fuck. And they're like, well, he's bringing the property value down around here because he's not mowing his fucking yard. Leave him alone, man. Stop it. Like, and I said, look, that's why I'm telling you that fear that neighbor. I was looking at them two dudes. I'm like, yeah, I better leave that dude alone because that dude's kind of wacky, man.
Mm.
One day, this motherfucker, I even had to say something to him, and I kind of got like a little, nervous that I might have had to do something. The dude came over, and the little not the look, I don't know what those damn green things are that they have in your yard that are like housed like wires and shit, whatever, for
Yeah.
I don't know,
Transformers or whatever.
yeah, telephone poles or whatever. But this motherfucker was just walking. All of a sudden, he had a baby, stroller, was pushing it, and it had like them fountain drinks from the Circle K, like 5 of them.
Okay.
Like, what the fuck? And then he just stops and sits down like right in front of the one, and like it's on the the property across the sidewalk, whatever. It's technically not yours, it's the city's or whatever.
Yeah.
And he sits right on there, and it's in between me and dude's yard, and he's just sitting there. But his house is literally like there's 2 houses away. I'm like, what is this motherfucker making a pit stop right in front of my yard? What the fuck is this? And I'm talking about this dude looks like he probably raped 20 girls in his life. You know what I'm saying? And so I go out, I open the door and pretend like I'm going to get the mail to see if I can stir some, make some movement out of this motherfucker. Be like, look, man. And so I stared over at him, and he looked back at me and just stared. And I'm just like, I'm like, can I help you? And he was like, no.
No. No, I'm resting.
Yeah, and so I was like, maybe I should go upstairs and get my gun just for safety purposes. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, well, you're sitting on something that's like, and he let me know, he was like, oh, this is public property. And I'm like, I'm on public property, your ass, if you don't get the fuck out of here. And that motherfucker got up and walked across the street, wheeled the shit slowly, stared, and then turned around and stared at me. I was like, what the fuck? What are you going? You fucking crazy lunatic. And that's what I'm saying. That's what I told the dudes. I'm like, that's why I didn't fuck with him too much. Next time I'm just gonna go get my gun and show it, brand the shit or whatever. That's what motherfuckers like. It's the old West around here. Look, motherfuckers, like an Ice Cube and Boys in the Hood. We got a problem here. Motherfucking shit. And that's what because I was telling the 2 other dudes. One dude I don't know that well, but he was like, yeah, that fear that neighbor. My wife watched one of those, and he's like, that shit's crazy.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, but I ain't gonna let nothing like that. I got guns too. I'm like, well, if he shoots you first, it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? He was like, oh, yeah, that's true. God. Yeah, but it's been a slow political week, I guess, which is unusually funny. They have unearthed certain things about that assassination attempt. That dude was leaving disturbing notes or whatever. Ryan Hope wrote dude or whatever, that last dude who tried to assassinate Trump.
Get out of my damn drink, cat. Jeez.
Yeah, because I was and then of course the news, Puffy not getting bail. I was just like, I wonder how it's going in there for him. I couldn't be in prison if I was just on a beach in Miami. Like, you just arrested me. I gotta be in there forever. Mm-hmm. All that shit that they're coming out with. He was paying people like $40,000 to have anal sex with him. That's like, what? Who lets this report come out? Where's your team of people? Like, what the fuck is going on, man? Oh, God.
I mean, Puff Daddy, that whole story has been going since the start of the podcast. It just keeps going.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, wow, you can't even scroll, you can't even look at anything without seeing something about Puff Daddy. I'm like, wow. That motherfucker.
Wait a minute, hold on a second. Oh, that was Ryan.
Oh, is he
He's on
trying
the
to?
phone with. He's talking about he on the phone with Emily. Like, oh, okay. Well, where is she at? Then Mars. But anyway, yeah. Look, you know, like they say, when you're on top, the fall is very hard. Yeah, I was like, Jesus.
I seen one today claiming that the bottles weren't baby oil, but it's GHB instead or something. I'm like, God damn,
That's what I was like. I was like, wait
killing
a
me.
minute, that's
Like,
roofie.
how?
That's even worse. I was like, I was just,
I'm like, damn, dude.
yeah,
I mean, isn't that enough? Good God.
like, well, you said because you remember on that Club Shay Shay report with Cat Williams that went viral. What Cat Williams had said even about Puffy. He was
Yeah.
like, because Puffy likes to, he's a party. He likes to party. You got to get out of it. You got to tell him no and get out of there.
Yeah.
He was offering people 40 grand. I was like, what?
What?
I was like, 40 grand? Damn. Huh. I was like, well, what kind of pride do I have? You know?
God damn.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know. I mean, if we're in a bargaining mood, I can be like, well, I won't do anything less than 100,000.
I don't get how these parents are just basically selling their kids to him and shit. You know,
Yeah,
I'm like, what? What?
I was just like, damn, for real? Holy, hey, look, I'm telling you, the dowry is the way to go anymore. Like I might as well, that's what I'm going to do for my next, girlfriend or whatever. Just go to somebody's father and be like, can I have pay for your daughter? She's 50, I understand, but she's single now. So you
Yeah,
didn't do
I need
anything
some
wrong.
acreage or something to go along with it.
Yeah. let me have can I have your dog? You know what I'm saying as well? The dog and the wife for 20,000. Here you go. Well, not now. Actually, looking back on that, I don't see. Actually, that Wander Franco guy for the Tampa Bay Rays is going to. That's what he was doing, paying this mother down in the Dominican Republic for paying money to have sex with her 14-year-old daughter. I don't even understand this shit. You know what? And that's what I'm going to take a moment to talk about. You fucking pedophiles. Yeah. Leave these kids alone, you bastards. God damn it. You know what I'm saying? It's like every day, all the time now.
Mm-hmm.
People coming out of the woodworks. You fucking with these damn kids. Leave this shit alone. Fuck. How does that even interest you as a grown man?
I don't know. That doesn't make
I can't even. First off, and this is a me thing, and for this censoring in America. But look, if I don't even like a girl who doesn't have more. If she has less than a B cup, I don't even want her. It's like a 13-year-old boy. No tits. I need a little something. I need live action. Plus that too. I kind of want. I'm not saying that a 30-year-old, she could be a virgin as well. For those who are out there that have not had sex and trying to hold on to their virginity at a age older than 20, I commend you. But for those sluts and hoes out there who aren't and have been doing a lot of sex, I feel like that's what you want. You don't want somebody who is fucking. And that goes for women too. Those women that be fucking their students and shit. Just teach them. Well, I guess that's the way you're kind of teaching. But anyway, I'm just saying. God, I'm just. Every time I turn, I'm like, God damn, this motherfucker. What the fuck? Some dude at the school here, Central High School, man. One of the teachers there was doing the shit, man. Putting out pornography, child porn on his phone and shit. I'm like, child porn? Ugh, where do you even find that? And I guess you can't find it, which I thought that was even illegal to be able to find.
I don't know, I guess. I'm sure you can get on the dark web or something. I don't know.
I accidentally Googled, well, not accidentally that day. I Googled the bestiality thing, and I was horrified at what I saw. That too. While I'm on that topic, before I switch, you people that are having sex, how are you forcing your animal to have sex with you? God damn, man! Who would even have thought that it could have been a possibility? You're forcing your dog. Like, I'm amazed. What I'm more amazed at those pictures is that the dog could get on hard and perform. I'm like, how are you? And then the wife, like, you got your mouth on it. Ugh, it's horrifying.
Yeah.
Well, and I guess, oh shit, you know what I was going to say too? Um, I, like, I guess there is some kind of, I think it's more of a mental thing. These dudes that do that to the kids and shit, it's like power over them or something. That's like what that shit was on that Nickelodeon special or whatever. Uh, Behind the scenes shit, whatever that was called. I forgot what it was called, but even Madison was telling me about it.
Oh yeah. I
Hmm.
mean, it's got to be something because, yeah, that I don't. Whatever.
You
It's
know.
just crazy.
But yeah, speaking of crazy, we'll go into this topic about this couple here. I love it. Young couple allegedly tried to sell baby for 6 pack of beer and cash, which you know, America.
Yeah, a 6 pack.
You couldn't even give them a 12 pack, a case. You know what I'm saying? Like, I
Oh,
I don't know. This is another thing. The drugs, clearly there were drugs involved, and I don't know if they were the good ones or the bad ones. I I mean, I'm only assuming this was a meth thing, but I'm more surprised that both parties are involved. Damn, this is
yeah, it was hilarious. They were like videotaping it to make it
yeah,
legal, and like I'm like, what? Do you guys thought this is a real thing? What did they say? Like three kids and a baby just isn't working, or 3 dogs and a baby just
yeah.
isn't working out.
The Darren,
Okay.
Darian Urban, 21, and his girlfriend Shailene Ellers, 20, have been accused on one count of endangering the welfare of a minor and attempting to accept cash consideration for relinquishment of a minor. Damn, September 21st. Wow. A few days ago, officer got a tip from a caller, and the parents of a 2-month-old baby had approached him and tried to give up the baby in exchange for the beers and cash. The court documents say, ugh, God, they look terrible too. Eesh, scary. The parents also wrote a letter for the caller named in documents as Cody Martin, give them custody of the baby. The caller said it seemed as though the infant was in need of a medical attention, and the court documents, went on to say, the deputy responded to the call and went to the hideaway campground in Benton County, Arkansas. When the call had been made, emergency uh, services also came to the scene and wanted to take the child to the hospital. Wow, these idiots! We were signing our rights over to Cody Nathaniel Martin of our baby boy for $1,000.
That's what I'm saying. They were like literally believed they were doing something like the legal way, I think. Like they thought that was just, something you can do.
Yeah, well, I guess they said it was reported that another man, Ricky Crawford, had visited the campsite or camp residence of Urban and Ellers and they asked him to look after the baby overnight in exchange for several cans of beer. The couple accepted and gave him a diaper bag. Oh God, Jesus! Crawford then brought the baby to Martin and another camper residence on the ground, but the couple followed as they shared later when questioned. And after meeting Martin, an agreement created the videotape to ensure it was legal. So I guess they made a video to say
Yeah.
that it was legal.
Yeah. They're like, yeah, we got to make sure to do this on the up and up.
It's video footage. It's binding.
Yeah.
You need a notary. A notary. Sign this over. Oh God, man.
Yeah, I mean, it
What
sounds
is?
like an awesome campground. I
Yeah, I
guess they
mean,
all just live there. I
yeah,
don't
that's
know.
basically what it says. It's a campground of people. Well, they said Ellis reportedly said the couple wanted to give the child up for adoption because it was not working having 3 dogs and a baby. Hmm. 3 dogs and a baby. Oh,
Pathetic.
this is now for those who listening. You think we'd making this up, but you can go look this up yourself. That's how crazy this is in the world we live in. They both said it was then left to understanding the baby was given to Martin in exchange for $1,000 to be collected on Monday. Damn, they didn't even get the cash right then. Jesus, you just gave the child up on a
For those
promise.
6 beers.
Oh well, they said It was also reported to court documents that it was frequent occurrences of Ehlers to go to another camper residence to ask for beer. Crawford was also found in what appeared to be a heavily intoxicated state when questioned by the detective. Go figure. A trailer park and somebody's drunk.
You know.
Oh, another camper said who had seen the baby and changed his diaper said that the child reportedly had bad ammonia and fecal odor, and that it had a heavy rash, blisters, and swelling on the baby's buttocks and genitals. Eek. The camper also alleged that the child had dog hair inside its diaper. Jesus.
What?
Oh, God. I just can't believe.
Yeah, pathetic.
Well, the child is lucky. Well, both of them seemed obviously intoxicated, and ultimately with someone they did not, trying to give the baby to someone they did not know. Urban and Ehlers were held on $50,000 bail in court. So I'm sure they're not going to get out.
Yeah.
Oh, God. America. Why? Stop this. I just don't get it. I don't get it. But, among many other stories, like I say, of things like it seems like a lot of this happens in like a lot of rural warm areas. Arkansas, that family, I guess another family down there that was doing, that's the same. That couple also looks like that couple who was videotaping themselves having sex with their animals. It's an uncanny resemblance to both people. I was just like, at first when you said it, I thought it was the same article. I was like, wait a minute. They look, oh my God, they look a lot alike, kind of. Well, I guess that trailer trash look, like they say, if just like black people, if we all look alike, so does trailer trash people. God damn it. Oh shit. On a different note, I'm still on strike, and hopefully I'm going to work Monday regardless. So if anybody's hearing this, I'm going to be what you call a scab. You can make fun of me all you want. That's when I definitely have no pride. You can call me anything you want. It'll never insult me or hurt my feelings. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, look, call me getting paid is what you're about to call me when I go back to work. I went a week without strike. I went a whole week. And they were showing the lines to the dorms, to like the dining hall and shit to get in, dude. They were like 30-minute waits.
Oh, wow.
One of the lines was wrapped around. It was the line. It went all the way past the 6-pack.
Huh. Yeah, I'd be kind of pissed if I like paid for my kid to go there and eat, and they got to wait for an hour to eat and shit. I mean, what do they got? One dude cooking now?
They don't have anybody cooking. They're giving them pizza every night for the last week. I was like, $6,000 a semester they pay for their meal plan. A semester. That's $12,000 a year. Their parents are paying. And if my kid would win a day without food, I'm up there. But we're striking in solidarity.
Nope. Is that right?
Oh, yay!
Where are you driving that now?
I am just got back into Nebraska from Wyoming. Giddy up.
For those Ryan is our on the off the beat person. He's does the country driving for us, so we can get all of our pods in every locale. So I guess we're coming from Wyoming. People hopefully should be listening there.
Oh,
Wyoming's not a bad state. Or Nebraska, whatever. Wyoming, Nebraska, they're all the same. Actually, Ryan, we're going over the story there where this couple had tried to sell their kid and were pawning it off on the local, I guess this was some campsite with trailers and campers there in Arkansas. And they were just going from trailer to trailer, trying to give up their child because they said that having 3 dogs and a baby was too much for them.
So they gave up the child and not the dogs.
Yeah.
Right. Correct.
Oh, man.
For $1,000.
Yeah, and 6 beers.
It's 6 beers, or was it all the same beer, or did they get to do like a variety?
Well, they didn't even get the $1,000, but
But there's video confirmation of this. They made him video the guy that they were giving the baby to just so it could be legal. They said. There's legal. So I was like, well, the video camera is going to be telling you that you're definitely going to prison because you're idiots. the baby had
Oh,
rash and shit on his genitals because they weren't cleaning it, and it smelled like it had a ammonia and something odor, according to one of the other campers that tried to take care of the baby. I guess
Yeah.
that they would just ask people to take care of the baby in exchange for beer overnight.
Just
They'd
dog
give you
fur
diapers.
inside the diaper.
God damn, man.
what the hell?
Yeah, I don't
I'm
know.
telling you, the picture of those two people, I mean, rural America. God damn. You know,
Yeah, they definitely look a little inbred. I didn't have a chance to read the article or anything, but
no,
definitely,
yeah, shit,
yeah,
fucking.
the man definitely has some of those rat-like inbred features.
I just
Rat-
wonder what makes people think of shit like this. Like, what the fuck made you think? What? Give it up for adoption. Go to DC. Go down to anywhere and just say, here's the baby. I'm leaving. You know, people
They don't
take
give you
babies
6
all the-
beers though.
Well,
Or $1,000.
You know,
I mean, not
they didn't even
that
get the
actually
1,000.
happened.
They didn't even get the $1,000. They were waiting for the payment on Monday.
Oh, so
I
the
do.
person
I do
that
like.
was,
Go ahead.
so the people that were going to pay them the $1,000 cheaped out on them.
No, it was one of the dudes who told him he'd give them $1,000 on Monday. They got arrested the 21st, so the 23rd would have been that Monday of September. So that's actually Mazai's birthday too.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
So how,
Well,
do
yeah,
you
for
say
the pod world?
how do you say your
Huh?
grandson's name, Gaddis?
I don't know. No.
No, you just said it. Because I've been struck.
It's Mazai Dravanis McAfee has came into the world September 23rd. I'm I guess would that be a 5th generation child in my family now?
Mazai?
Yeah, Mazai.
Okay.
It's got an
It's
apostrophe in there.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. What's his middle name?
Dravanis.
Dravanis?
Yeah. I don't know what Madison was doing.
Dravanis?
Yeah, I'm like, so none of these names, you can't even make a name out of any of these. I was like, who calls the Mazai? That's too long, or I don't know. It's weird. Not weird. It's just whatever.
Call him Zai. Like, what's up, Zai? That'd be all right.
I guess.
Zai McAfee. There you go. It sounds like a professional athlete.
Mazai warrior.
Oh,
Or
yeah,
something.
there you go.
Look.
Look how mummy's. Oh, boy.
Damn, Virginia Tech is putting it on to give Miami some problems.
Yeah, they're still winning.
Mm-hmm. And I think we're just about to score a touchdown.
Mm.
Oh, nope, it comes back for holding. Oh, God. Holding. Well, and then also, go Anakin. God. Now, back to that report about the doctor who fucked up and has been threatening his
that's too bright.
employees to, well, not employees, I guess, threatening the people that did not say anything.
Okay.
I mean, what are you driving and doing that?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out my lighting situation here.
I mean, right? Okay, well,
Because I can't
anyway.
be driving down the road with my lights on like that because I can't fucking see shit because it's pitch black out here. Okay, so the doctor
Is it storming there?
discharged. No, I haven't had a drop of rain in like a week.
Oh, yeah, it's been raining here all day.
Yeah, Emily said it was windier now.
No, hell yeah, it's been like a damn. I think we're getting some of that residual of what's Helene.
We didn't get it rained like 0.16 inches here. It didn't do shit. They closed school the day before, though, for some reason. On Thursday, I'm like,
Oh, they
okay.
closed the school?
Yeah. On Thursday, though, and then not Friday. And I'm like, well, it's not going to get here until like 10 o'clock Thursday. What? Why did you close the school? I mean, if it had done anything, it would have been Friday, you idiots. That sus would have been messed up, but okay.
They showed one of those this high school in Georgia the football field, and it was nothing but I was like, Jesus, you could see it was up to the goalpost, like up to the bottom part of it. I was like, God damn, how much water
Yeah.
is Jesus? Is there
My-
even be
my-
a
Were they in
field
a
left?
valley?
I don't know. It probably had to be because that much water just sitting there like that. I was like a damn pool.
Ugh.
Yeah, my buddy south of Tallahassee got pretty lucky though. The house is still there, but they only ended up getting an 8 foot storm surge instead of 15 or 20 that they were saying because it turned at the last minute. But his house is only 13 feet off the ground though. I was like, damn, you're lucky.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
I mean,
Isn't most of Florida right at sea level, or
Yeah.
not very much of it above it?
Yeah.
yeah, that's why.
Shit, my house is like almost the highest point in the whole state.
Oh damn! For real.
And we're
Really?
only, I can't remember if it's 385 or 680 feet above sea level, like just where my house is, because I'm at the top of a hill here, but
Yeah, I was about
Crestview
to say,
is
yeah, that's what I say. Don't it? I remember
absolutely
YT.
Crestview. If you look at the name Crestview, we're kind of on the top of the hill, so it's it's not going to flood here except down by the rivers. Like 20 years ago, they had a huge storm like this, and the people, the storm didn't do anything to the people a mile away from me that down by the river, but they're like, well, the Army Corps said, well, we there's too much water up here, we have to open the dam, so sorry. And it went above their house, their roofs, you know what I'm saying, just whoosh, tore their shit out, but there was nothing that could be done apparently.
I'm
So
telling you, that's the only thing I'm fearing. Before we quick segue or not segue sideways. Look here, Ryan. God damn it. Um, how much did it cost to put that fence up that you made that we helped did?
I want to say all told it was like 5,000 or 6,000.
Ah! Are you serious?
Yes.
Well, but that was a lot of yard. That was a lot of coverage, though.
how
Yes,
long
it
is
is.
this fence you have to build, Gaddis?
Huh?
How long is the fence?
I would say maybe 20 yards. Not even 20. From the one little part to my backyard. I think it's hell, I don't even think it's a first down's worth. Maybe 10 yards of fence.
What,
Yeah.
like the back or the right or the left, Gaddis?
The side over by closest to the people that always have their garage open that are sitting in there. That old couple.
Oh, so to the left as you're facing the back.
Yes, it'll be the
Not-
left.
not-
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So here's
Why?
the problem. So I was just telling Travis this to recap. The granddaughter comes over to my house, knocks on the door, and tells me that because the wind blew their back fence in, they had a 10-day notice by the HOA people. Fuck them. Sent them a notice to say you got to get it fixed within 10 days, or you're going to get a fine.
Oh,
So they're
so
just getting rid of it.
Yeah, so they're taking the back part of the fence down. So that means that the left that side that's connected to my other part of the fence it's not going to be stable enough, and it might fall over.
oh,
And of
Well-
course, with Anakin back there, I need him to be fenced in.
right.
I don't know. I don't think Anakin would leave.
I mean, you could do it yourself for pretty cheap if it's only 10 yards.
Yeah. I say,
you-
Gaddis, I mean, we did it.
You'd
I did
only
it
need like
pretty
4
expensive
fence
route, too.
posts.
Yeah, I think, but it's on a hill, a berm.
So
Oh, well, I don't know. You'd have to.
I mean,
well,
I just did the my side fence over here, which is, I don't know, 25 feet. And I did it and put a gate in and everything. It only cost me like, I don't know, maybe $250 worth of shit.
oh, really?
No, I mean, I did it myself, but yeah, I mean, all you need is some damn, I don't know, 2 or 3 bags of Sacrete and
Mm.
like 3,
Eh,
10-foot posts and a post hole digger, a couple 2x4s, and some pickets.
and some people to do it.
I mean, it's not that hard.
Just listening to that sounds like a look. Helping Ryan, I almost passed out there in the hot sun in the middle of June or July doing some shit like that.
Well, I do have a post hole digger now, Gaddis. So, like the auger one.
Oh, really? Oh, Well, yeah. I got to call Julie out here. Or I guess we could just risk it.
I mean, you don't have to go to work next week.
Call Julie.
I mean, you have some time off, don't you?
I'm going to work. Like I say, I'm crossing. America, call me what you want. A scab, peel, or a lesion, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to work on Monday. I have to. Madison's on my insurance. In 2 weeks, they cancel the insurance.
Ooh.
I cannot have her not having insurance, especially right now.
Oh,
she got to go to a postpartum appointment next week and everything. I'm like, oh, wait a minute, you motherfuckers,
So now does Mazai have insurance then?
He can't be on my insurance. He has to be on the state's insurance. He's got state insurance, but she's on my insurance still. So, you know, she can use all of the stuff. And, you know, it's like a $20 copay. But hell, if I don't have it, then it's a real bill. And ain't no real bills coming around out of this motherfucker. Not for me to be striking. They want it, and then it's the shit. These motherfuckers wanted $1.25 a year. You ain't getting that.
$1.25 a year. Okay. Here, I'll chip in.
I think is what old Matt Fishing Gaddis
$1.25 an hour for the $1.25 an hour. That's why I'm like.
I mean. How much do you guys making out?
Huh?
Scales here.
Let me tell you the details. I'm sure the university, these such fucking bastards. So I guess on what's that? September 27th? Is that today?
Yeah.
Yeah, today's the 27th.
Okay.
So both the parties 5.5 hours at student dining and residential programs. After a caucus of approximately 30 minutes, the university presented a proposal to the union via the mediator of a 3-year agreement with wage increases of $1 per hour in year 1, effective the first pay period following the effectuation of the agreement, 75 cents in year 2 and 80 cents in year 3, along with reducing the contractual required notice to intent to strike for building service workers from 14 days to 10 days. What? Yeah, so I guess that's, you know. But the mediator included wages increases of $1 in year 1, 85 cents in year 2, and 85 cents in year 3 after all elements of the previous proposal, unchanged following a brief caucus. Yep.
I guess we lost him.
Mm-hmm. Well, the parties are next to meet again at September 30th, or September 30th. What? The union agreed that if the university accepted the proposal, the union would vote over the weekend and halt the strike. Following a combined lunch break in caucus of approximately 1.5 hours, the parties engaged in another sidebar before ending the session for the day. I mean, so basically Monday, I don't know. I guess Monday we got to go back in and see what's going on. I don't know.
So they have you have a 3-year contract now, potentially.
Yeah, well, it's always 3 years, but it's the dollar amount that is what people are pissed about.
Well, even if they did accept, the strikers did accept this, then wouldn't you guys just be striking again in 3 years?
I mean, yeah, basically. That's why I'm tired of this shit. I only got
you guys were just on strike not long ago.
Yeah, we always so it's been 3, well, technically this is the 3rd time since I've been working there. I'm sick of this shit. That what they don't understand is like if you miss a paycheck, the raise means nothing.
Yeah, there's your raise.
$1,900 if we miss a paycheck. That's it. I was like, well, wait a minute. That's more than what we'd get from the raise of the year. Like, people are so dumb, and you got to pay your insurance. I'm like, what the whole
Ugh.
fuck is this? That's $450. So basically, if you miss a paycheck, then you got to pay that. They'll take it out of the next check, the first check you get. So it's like lose all around. Like, I don't like, you just get something that we can sign and get up out of there. You know what I'm saying? Like, god damn, man, you can't play hardball with people who don't have nothing at stake. Them lawyers are walking out of there getting into their Mercedes or getting into their Cadillacs or whatever car, Audi, whatever, and going home. They getting a check for going to meet with you idiots. We out there striking in the rain and shit, and ain't getting and then you only want a little bit. Like, come on, man.
How much are
Like,
your union dues, Gaddis?
Yeah, $48 a paycheck on top of that. That's what I'm saying. I got to give you bastards $100 a month to do nothing.
What?
Yeah. $48 a
Well,
check.
that's why. Yeah. Well, that's why you keep on going on strike, so they have something that they can say that they're doing. Like, yeah, we're fighting
Right.
for you.
Well, I mean,
They have to do something. I mean, how many employees does U of I have that are on strike?
I mean, the
3,000,
700. Well,
4,000?
it's 700. It's 786 of us. 786 people. But some of them didn't strike. Some of them stayed at work. Here's the thing. And then the people who didn't cross or didn't go on strike or quit or not work at all, they're getting overtime.
So now, will they get the raise though, even though they didn't strike?
Yeah, they'll get it. That's how weak our union is.
Well, shit. Why don't you just go back to work then? If you
I
want
am
to.
on Monday. That's
So
what I'm saying.
saying.
People like to be calling you names. Oh, Gaddis crossed the line. He couldn't hold out he wasn't solidarity with us. You're damn right. Say it louder for everybody to hear.
We're talking about $1 an hour. That's what. What?
Well, and then they're giving you $1 for the first year, but then they want $1.25 every year though, and $1.25 an hour for 3 years, and it's just like, the university's never given that high of a raise. Hell, since I've worked there, all up until before COVID, this dollar and something raised, that's so $8 worth in 22 years of raises that I have never even gotten anyway.
Why don't they just do a percentage? Just 5% a year or 3.2% or something for forever. This is what your contract is. The more you make, the more you get. How about that?
Well, that's why I like the Costco policy. The more hours you work, you just get $1 every $1,000 until you get capped out at when you work there. After you've worked 14,000 hours, you don't get a raise anymore. You get that percentage of whatever cost of living is.
See, there you go.
But you get every year, once you get capped out at Costco, you get a $6,000 bonus.
Yeah, but they're not union though.
Right. They give you $3,000 every 6 months. Just give it to you in a paycheck. And that's so to keep people coming. That's why they got people knocking down the door to work there. University, the benefits are the only real thing now, and that's in our age. When you get up there in age, the benefits is what matters. That's because their benefits are the best in the state. But
right,
that's what these people got to realize. Without the benefits, it's a good job. Yeah. Hourly, you know what I'm saying? Because our benefits alone, like I say, is $450 a paycheck. But either way, this just goes to show. I wonder how that Boeing strike is going. I don't know if them motherfuckers are still striking or not, but Boeing ain't shit anyway. And they act like
I don't see anything on the news other than Puff Daddy anyway. So
no, I know. I was about to say, I love it. That motherfucker. But yeah, like I say, the strike situation for America, I did my part. A week of no pay. I, didn't cross the line. And, I feel like I'm crossing on Monday for those listening.
So let's see, 40 hours a week. I'm trying to do the math while driving here. 40 hours a week. If you miss 1 week, that's $900.
Yeah.
Plus the $450, so that's $1,350. What's how many times does 40 go into 1350? Because that's how many weeks you'd have to work to make up.
Yeah.
That's how many.
Well, I mean, 30 would
That's
be
what I'm
1,200. So half the year. more than half the year.
Oh God.
That's what I'm saying.
Just
I
for
don't.
1 week. So everybody doing 2 weeks. Now you're up to an entire year.
Yeah.
But then that raise doesn't even go into account or go into effect until next year. So now you're just 2 weeks behind for no reason until the next year comes, and then you get caught up. So you don't really get a raise, but
That's what I'm saying. It
still have
doesn't
to
make
pay
any
union
sense.
dues.
It's not even beneficial.
Well, and I mean, if everybody's paying $100 a month in union dues, what'd you say, 780 whatever people?
Hmm.
That's 78 grand a month.
Right, and then they didn't even
I
want
mean,
to
you
pay us for the
guys,
strike.
yeah.
You should create a union against your own union.
Right.
You could strike against the strikers. I kind of like that idea, actually.
They need to.
You guys
I'm
need Jimmy Hoffa.
Right. That's what I say. The damn Teamsters. Where's a good union when you find one, motherfuckers? I'd be for that shit too. I'm telling you. But like I say, you gotta sometimes. I did my part. I stood for something, America. I striked, and you know,
So what was your raise supposed to be? Were you guys just not getting a raise next year?
well, when in the contract, yeah, they were gonna give us one. It was gonna be a dollar and then 75 cents and 75 cents.
Wait a minute.
What?
So you guys already had $1 an hour raise scheduled for this coming year, for the next
we
year.
had to sign. We turned down that contract. So right now we're working for just the same hourly rate. We just not under a contract. In which I don't understand. Like, does it matter if we were going to work? Our contract ended in August. We were working for a whole month and a half. So,
So there's
motherfuckers can't bargain in fair practice.
So there would be no raise next year.
Right. Here's the thing: the university don't have to give you a contract. They could just bargain. They can negotiate all for years if they wanted to. Meanwhile, we just don't have a. We don't. That's why they know we gonna go to work. They know that we're not. Nobody can live. We're middle class America. They know that we got to go to work. That's the problem with when you go against big companies like that. That's why they're big companies and you're little fish. They eat you and spit you out. They give you what they want you to have, and that's it. You know, and that's. But this is the way the world works. That's a tough lesson to learn. If you're not the boss, you getting bossed. Simple.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You don't control shit. And I mean, that's the position I put myself in life. I'm working for somebody, not working for myself or having somebody work for me. And then you going against an institution like a university, like they're making money by accident. They got them kids.
I mean, if they can pay the football coaches and the basketball coaches as much as they do, and then what was it? They canceled the contract for somebody and paid them like $2 million or $10 million.
They were paying like four different coaches for years. I mean, and the current. I mean, like what? At one point they had Zook. Who was the one coach that they were still paying? They had then the basketball coaches with the women. They had 2 women's coaches they were still paying, and a gross. All time. I was like, what? They had a report of them paying just 4 coaches still, plus the coaches they had. Them students, this was a record class year. The most students ever at the University of Illinois freshmen coming in there. You got the money. And I know that, and they know it. They just like, look, beg for it. Dance for it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, God damn, man. This shit's crazy. But that's the lesson to the world, as I say, get you a degree or get something, run your own business, start your own company, or don't be in a union so you don't get fucked over. But unions are good for certain things. Unions are only good for bad employees is how I look at it. because that's the only way you really need a union is if to try to keep your job from you doing something fucked up and stupid at the job you shouldn't have been doing in the first place.
Chris.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, and don't drag your family into it while you're at it. That- but I mean, it's crazy to get fired from that union though, too, isn't it?
Yeah, you don't.
That's-
Nobody gets fired from the union.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Ugh. I mean, I thought you had to basically, you know, beat somebody up or just not show up, you know, that kind of shit to even think about getting fired if you're in a union. But
Basically, the only thing you can get fired for is sexual harassment and physical violence.
right.
But
What about
like I said,
LGBTQ insensitivity?
that's not frowned upon yet as bad as we think. So, and on that note, I hope everybody has a good day. And I'm a grandfather now. And for those who are a grandfather, you know, at a young age, such as myself, you know, I don't know what you do with the child, but I guess I'll.
I
have
mean,
to see.
realistically, Gaddis, you could be a great grandfather.
Okay.
I
I'm
mean, if that
confused.
trend continues,
How, what?
I mean, you should live another 18 years, right?
No,
What?
I've already passed 18 more
Oh,
years.
yeah,
I'll be
you-
dead for
yeah.
sure. What are you talking about? I'll be no, maybe not. I'll be what? I'm 48, about to be coming up. So, well, yeah, I guess I'll be 66. Well, I guess I could be a great grandfather. Well, on that note, hopefully not, though.